Hey guys, this is Andy with Wellies. Welcome back to the garden. Today, as you can see, I'm surrounded by leaves all over the place here. So we're going to clean up the backyard a little bit here, but we're also going to make some leaf mold so that we'll have something to put on the garden. Some of it may be next year, but leaf mold is kind of a longer term project, probably at least a year from now, and maybe even a little bit longer, but super easy. So join me as I do that. But first of all, why don't you get your wellies? Meet me in the garden. Ruby, what you doing? How we do this, we're gonna first of all elevate the wheels on our lawnmower to their highest positions. So let's do that really quick. So what I have here is just a regular lawnmower with a collection bag. If you have a lawnmower that mulches but doesn't have a bag on it, you can actually mulch these and then rake them up, or just put them in a big pile, run the mower over them and rake them up after that. I'm going to do passes with this. I have a feeling I'm only going to get one pass at a time. And these shredded leaves will probably fill this bag up on this lawnmower. So we'll see what happens here, but the leaves can be gathered whole or you can shred them. Shredding them just makes the process of making leaf mold faster. As you could tell, I went very slowly with that mower, so it had a chance to mulch some of those up. What I have in here is a mixture of very finely chopped, and then there's some bigger pieces in here too, but overall this is ideal. I don't really care that we have a few bigger leaves in there, that's fine. So the other nice thing when you mulch them up like this is that you actually can fit a whole lot more in the bag, and you'll see what we're going to do with that. I'm going to speed up through this part as I mow and get a bunch more leaves, and then I'll show you what we're going to do with them next. So we have a full construction bag of leaves. I'm going to call that one good, and I've got another one. As you can see, this has done about half of the yard. That's pretty good. It would have taken several more bags if these had just been raked up and put in there, so I'm pretty happy with that. So let me show you what we're going to do next. I'm going to grab this second bag, but I won't put that on here for you. I'll do that separately, and then we'll jump on to what we're going to do with these leaves after that. So guys, we wound up with 2 full bags, construction bags full of leaves. So what I'm going to do with them now is wet these leaves down. It's going to take probably several minutes to get these pretty moist in there. Then we're going to tie them up, and then I'm going to stab some holes in the sides of the bags, and then we're just going to put these bags in a shady place over the winter time, let them start to decompose, and we'll talk just a little bit more about how this works here in just a minute. So let me get them watered down real quick. So we're wetting these leaves down really thoroughly today, but this is something you'll have to do really probably, if they're left in the shade, hopefully not too often, but I would check them every couple of weeks and see if they're drying out. If they if the bag gets to sitting in the sun or they feel like they're getting kind of dry, you can always go ahead and spray some more water in. It's fixing to get really cold here, so I'm actually getting ready to get all of these water lines clear today and put my hoses away. So this is a good time to do this, but during the winter months you may have to just fill a bucket full of water and just top them off as needed with that. So I'm going to speed up the rest of this because it's going to take me just a few minutes here. So guys, now we have our 2 bags of leaves over here. So now I'm going to get busy and poke some holes in them with the garden fork. So for now I'm going to use this shaded spot next to where I cut the bananas down and let these just sit on the ground here over the winter time. Alright guys, so that's how easy that is. Leaf mold is a good amendment for your soil. Number one, it's free. As long as you got a good source of leaves. I try and get them from a yard that's not been sprayed with any kind of herbicides or anything. But leaves are awesome because number one, they're free. Number two, the tree's roots reach down way deep into the soil, so the amount of trace minerals that gets pulled up from the tree is significant. And surface soil, while it's very good, you can get runoff of some of your minerals, and sometimes you'll see that in the form of low magnesium or low calcium, things that cause blossom end rot. And of course we can amend for that, but getting those minerals up from way down in the ground is something the trees can do for you. You can use these as a mulch. You can plant directly in it, although it's once it's finished, it's actually pretty spongy. It absorbs a lot of water, but it also dries out fast. So my intent is to use it on the surface, maybe an inch or two, but actually plant just slightly deeper than that, so the roots are going to be in a really good firm type of soil, a nice mixture. And then I will still want to put some kind of mulch on top, and I typically use straw. I quite like straw. I like the way it looks. There's a little bit of grass seed grows, but other than that, it's not a big deal. So if you have leaves laying around, now is a great time to pick them up. I still have a lot back here in my garden area, so I'm not finished with this job yet. But the cold weather's coming into Arkansas. We're expecting very low temperatures in the next couple days, so I wanted to get this done today. I'm going to have to shut my outside water off so that I can make sure that I don't have any lines that rupture or anything like that. So I'm going to do that. So if you make some leaf mold, it can take a long time. Now if you put full-size leaves in that bag, it could take 2 or 3 years even to break down. The other way you can do this, you can build a cylinder, a cage with chicken wire, you'll want it to be at least 4 feet around, or a square of 4 by 4 feet, 4 foot tall, so that it's going to sink down as the leaves degrade. But it takes longer because this is not a hot compost, this is a cold type of compost. So what's going to break these leaves down, unlike a compost pile where bacteria breaks it down, in the leaf mold you're actually using a fungi to break the leaves down. By chopping them up with the lawnmower today, I'm hoping I can knock some time off of the process. So I think by the spring I may have a few handfuls, but probably not a whole lot. But this is part of the thing about gardening, is trying to plan ahead. So this year, if this leaf mold is not ready in the spring, which it probably won't be, I'll have it for fall planting, or I will just literally keep it till the following year, do the same thing next year, and here in 2-3 years I'll have a really nice supply of leaf mold every spring for my new garden. So that's what I would do. I would just try and plan it. In the winter time, you know, we're constantly looking for things to do, so this is a great thing to do. It's something you'll be glad you did when that leaf mold is ready to go in your garden, because it is black, fluffy, it's the greatest stuff. Certainly the greatest stuff for your garden that's free anyway. So thanks guys for joining me. If you liked the video, give me the thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, we've got lots more things planned in terms of the garden for the winter time, and of course as we get past Christmas and New Year, then the excitement builds towards what are we going to plant next year. So I've already got ideas in my head. I'm going to love to share those with you later. So until you come back to the garden and get your wellies, I hope you stay safe. I hope you have great holidays, and I will look forward to seeing you. So for now, take care. Bye now.